I don't know how we're supposed to live up to that game 4, but man, we're going to try. Brooklyn is taking the momentum back with KD hitting that game winner on us the other day, but all we can do is try to take the 3-2 series lead. I'm pretty sure we're at home again, or we're in Brooklyn, I can't remember. So we're in Brooklyn for game 5, and we start off quick with Richardson getting the feed from Thibault. Kyrie tries to use the same play on us, but it's no good on the other end, and you already know what happens on the fast break. Ben Simmons gets on the board for us. Schroeder wants to show Kyrie how that play is run, though, and draws the foul on him for the and one. We're not messing around in these first few minutes. We've got a 9-2 lead early here, and KD misses a wide open shot, which gives us the fast break. But lucky for Brooklyn, Marvin Bagley can't finish through 6'something Karis LeVert, which is becoming increasingly frustrating. Speaking of increasingly frustrating, we're now tied because Marvin Bagley can't box out DeAndre Jordan, ever. Fast forward a typical first quarter where we blow the lead and regain it once the starters go out. We have Ben Simmons finishing a tough layup over DeAndre Jordan. Then yeah, we have a 10-point lead going into the second quarter. We'll start the second quarter with me jumping unnecessarily with Olynyk, which lets Claxton get the offensive rebound and score, but it's fine. We still have the lead. Well, it's about to only be 3 points. Okay, never mind. Claxton got the rebound and scored it over Olynyk. Again. But the layup god said he's not having any of that and just casually scores the and one on Morris. I'm pretty sure he's actually shooting 93% from the field this series, which isn't as good as it sounds because he's taken like 7 shots, but it's still pretty good. Speaking of the layup god, here's him doing the same thing to Morris with some glitchy moves, but hey, man, I'll take it. Despite Kyrie making stupid shots like this one, we're still managing to maintain a small lead on these guys. I mean, when Kyrie just gets blown by Schroeder like this, it doesn't matter what shots he makes, really. The lead keeps growing too, and we are getting a bunch of fast break opportunities because Kyrie was ice cold this first half of the game, and we're taking advantage of it. Speaking of fast break, have another one, please. We're up 13. This half might be wraps. Spoiler alert, the half is wraps, and we're up 64-51. Can I be honest with you? I'm trying to get on to game 6. That has nothing to do with why I forgot to record the first 3 minutes, but man, we were so hot in those 3 minutes. I was playing and I was like, man, this is going to be a great part of the video, and then I looked down and my capture card was not recording. But I'll be honest, this Simmons crossover and score is all that you need to see to get an accurate representation of this game. So when Ben Simmons scored his 28th point to put us up like 20, I was like, alright, it's time for Simcast. As you can see, we blew them the hell out with a pivotal game 5. I mean, come on guys, show some spirit. But yeah, nothing too crazy about the team comparison, except we held them to 40, 26, 67 splits on the night and absolutely murdered them on the defensive boards. They never held a lead in this game, I'm pretty sure. The culprit this time was a 3-headed scoring monster, Simmons, Schroeder, and Bagley, who had a 20-20 game with 3 steals and 3 blocks. Absolutely monstrous. The Nets, on the other hand, showed no heart, and their highest scorer was Kyrie with 24 points on 23 shots. I told you that he was ice cold in the first half, but let's forget about this game and get into game 6, which you probably thought was held for the next episode. We're back at home for this one, so what better way to start off than by Ben Simmons ringing the bell before we win the series? Oh yeah, I also wanted to show you guys I'm using Hall of Fame sliders. It says custom because I upped the stamina, because you remember it was whack in the first couple episodes. I've been using Hall of Fame since like game 3 or game 4. The first quarter is pretty interesting in this one though, and it looks really promising for us. We start off with Simmons getting a nice dunk off an inbound pass like halfway through the first quarter to put us up 7 points on these guys. But Kyrie on the baseline is just impossible for me to guard, and he gets a pretty easy bucket here to cut down the deficit a little bit. But Schroeder goes straight at DeAndre Jordan with no fear to give him his second foul of the first quarter, and ends up hitting the free throws to put us up 7 again. But you know how Kyrie is and his moving shots. He's not going to let these guys go out like this. He's keeping them within arm's length. I mean, I don't think that should excuse this super deep shot with like 11 seconds left in the shot clock, but whatever. But the starters come out and Harrison Barnes just cannot guard KD. Simple as that. Speaking of, here KD is again. But these guys cap off the first quarter with a 13-2 run, which is devastating for us considering this happened with the bench in. So, yeah, we're up 33-30, which is fine but not great. It's really back and forth as usual for most of the second quarter, and there's a lot of good defense on both sides, but Kyrie said he's done with that and ties the game up at 48 apiece. Thanks to Bogdanovic sucking really bad and never hitting a shot ever, Musa is running a fast break and somehow manages to get both our guys off their feet to put Brooklyn up 2. But Harrison Barnes, man, Mr. 93% from the field himself is tying it up for us. But KD hits some stupid shot out of the timeout with a glitchy contest by Simmons, and we're down 2 once again. Then Kyrie said it's time for us to take a lead and hit the wide open layup through Richardson. Karis LeVert seems to be in agreement with Kyrie and hits a wide open 3 because why not leave him open, right? And we're down 10. What the hell happened in the last 2 minutes for us to lose the lead and go down 10 points? I mean, look at us going into the half, down 11 points. Aren't we supposed to have that lead? Whatever, man. Well, Marvin Bagley looks like he's playing on rookie with his wide open shot. But Kyrie gets that back easy and continues his rampage on our defense. But on the next possession, Richardson says, "I got you," and swats Kyrie's shot, which ends up in our possession. Marvin Bagley is having himself a quarter, though, and he's getting easy opportunities with the overzealous help the Nets are playing. Simmons is making sure that they know he's here to play, though, and he wants these guys to go home tonight with that dunk. I mean, here he goes again, cutting their lead down to 7. Here's a continuation of Bagley's quarter as he meets DJ Strong to block his shot. We're getting the momentum back, putting the clamps on these guys, stripping KD here, and playing the fast break patiently for the Simmons dunk to put us down only 5. I mean, look at Kyrie. He's missing these kinds of shots in this quarter, and we're getting every fast break point imaginable as Simmons puts us down only 3. But Kyrie was bound to score eventually. It just happens to be an and one on Richardson. But, on the other end, Josh said, "Okay, I got this," and Green's a wide open 3 to take those points right back. Uh-oh. Bagley's missing open shots. Is that a bad omen? It can't be, right? It's just a coincidence. Sure. Oh, okay. Kyrie puts us down 7 again. It remained a 7-point lead for the longest time, and even when it got up to 10, Buddy Green's a 3 for us. Thanks, buddy. Are we going to be down 7 going into the 4th? No, we're going to be down 10, but it's basically 7, right? Well, we aren't starting off on the right foot because KD is way too aggressive right now. Like, bro, just calm down. Kyrie also decides to chip in with an and one on Mike Conley, and I'm pretty sure he has like 40-something points right now and close to 50. It doesn't feel like it, does it? Because I'm the best editor ever. I mean, here he is again, scoring on a very good contest by Richardson. He literally could not have done any better. After a couple back and forth layups later, LeVert is trying to send us a signal that he wants us to go home, absolutely drilling a 3 to put the Nets up 14 with 6 minutes to go. Simmons got caught on a screen and KD drills the wide open 3 to put these guys up 15. Our window to get back in this game is fading fast. Gatorade Kyrie is still better than your favorite player, and your 76ers are down 16. This game is looking to be over pretty soon, and the Nets likely won't be going home tonight. But Marvin Bagley is doing his very best to get us in it, and he's hit a few shots like this one quarter. But Kyrie, he's just too good, man. We're down 16 still. Yeah, this game is over. I simcasted the last 2 minutes because it was definitely out of reach by then. We lose by 9 to the Nets, and they force a Game 7 back in Brooklyn. Yikes for us. It was Kyrie who did it for them, who had 59 points, keeping the Nets alive. I told you it didn't feel like it, but now that I'm thinking about it, when I was playing that game, it definitely felt like he had almost 60. KD wasn't very good. If Kyrie scores 40, we win this game. So props to Kyrie for being a killer and keeping his team alive. On our side, though, our three-headed monster shows up back-to-back games. Simmons scored 45, Schroeder getting 18 and 8, and Bagley almost having another 20-20 game, albeit with terrible efficiency for a big guy. You wouldn't think that because we had 80 points in the paint tonight and had our playoff usual 37 assists. It's crazy that we played this well and lost. We got really unfortunate tonight with Kyrie's performance. But here's the playoff picture after that game. With only a few teams advancing so far, Dallas takes care of Houston in 4 games, and that storyline could come up in the future. But it is Luka, so I guess I'm not that surprised. Kawhi and Memphis move on easily, and so does Boston. But we, on the other hand, are in one of 3 Game 7s. and we'll see who pulls it out next episode. If you made it this far, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. These things take a while to make, and it's nice to know that you guys are enjoying the series. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike, and y'all have a good one.